So today I am going to go over the... So yesterday I went over the patch preview. I think this is a hot fix. I need people to confirm it in my chat because I'm curious. Yeah, word, Alex. Thanks for being a sub. Words, thanks. Is this the same for you guys? I heard it was a hot fix that was coming. I legit don't know. I'm gonna go over the list of changes and talk about them. I mean, I already talked about them a little bit because they were, you know, they're significant, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a hot fix or what. This says, and I quote, the hot fix is now live. Now, I think that means that it's live for you guys. I don't know if it's live for Korea or not. I actually have no fucking idea. And I don't even know how to test. How would I test? Is there a way to test? How would I test this? I guess I could test the cost of items, right? The cost of Jock Show went up to 3,100. Okay, so this is how you could test then. Okay, so Jock Show, the price should be up, right? Should be 3,100. Jock Show, 3,100. Well, I'll be gosh darned. Was there any other changes in here? We're live then. There's a hot fix out. Let's go over these changes then. Let's do this properly then. So this is the hot fix 12/23. This is all live. I actually thought this would be a patch. I didn't realize this would be a hot fix. So we're gonna go over this, and then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna test some of this stuff out. So yeah, it's pretty exciting that this already went live. So Mundo, health regen growth is down. The passive immobilization cost is up. The canister pickup heal is unchanged. I don't like this. The canister pickup is weird, man. I hate this fucking thing. It flings the canister like all the way away from you as Mundo, and you have to run at it, but it's just awkward. It's never close enough to Mundo in my opinion. But yeah, he was pretty strong, so it makes sense. He's getting scaling is going down a little bit. Yeah, levels 15 and upper nerfed, so it's not really a huge nerf there. The health cost, the Q is now 50 to 90, so it goes up as the game goes on. The E health cost is lower, but it goes up as the game goes on. The R cooldown is up. So yeah, Mundo's getting nerfed because he's basically regarded as one of the best tops right now. And the reason why he's regarded as one of the best tops is because he's really safe and scales into a monster with tank items. I mean, people say like, whoa, he's so weak. Yeah, he is, but he could just sit back and just farm with Q. Like, it's not hard, right? You just sit back, you farm with Q. The only reason that Mundo's like feed is because their dumbasses like try to run up and fight people early, even though he's like got scaling changes. Like, Mundo could have an insane win rate if League players were not so impatient. Mundo would have like a 60% win rate if League players wouldn't just like walk up and trade randomly for no reason. Just farm till you get a couple items and then play. You would just automatically win. Janna, passive speed is down to 6%, and the E buff base value is down late game. I think this nerf is deserved. Her numbers have always been too good, and a lot of that has to do with the move speed. So the nerf does make sense. And like I said the other day, Janna has kind of flown on the radar for quite some time. 1 second, I got a cough. Lux. We'll talk about those changes soon. Mordekaiser, pre-mitigation damage taken to shield generation reverted to live. There are currently still a bug where these values are actually treated as 50% of their listed values. We'll read more about that in a bit. Jesus, I need some tea or something. Champions. Echo, our tooltip now notes the W pass-through interaction. Yeah, I don't care. Hecarim, Q per stack damage. So Hecarim's getting nerfed. His Q per stack is getting nerfed, and his max at 3 stacks is getting nerfed. This is a pretty big nerf, man. Seriously. And this is a pretty big nerf, if I'm being completely honest. Because also Ravenous is getting nerfed and Joksho is getting nerfed. So his only build path, like his build path that was actually like winning for him, is getting nerfed. That's painful. So yeah, that's kind of why I've already started shifting back over to my Nocturne and looking at that again. Because I just see a lot of items getting nerfed, and like Nocturne kind of bumps up in value because he doesn't play with these items. Like he could have played with those items, but he doesn't have to. That's why I've been looking at Nocturne again and trying to get comfortable with him, because I foresee with the Ravenous nerf, I foresee with the Joksho nerf, that's the direction of the nerfs is going to be Ravenous and Joksho are the ones that are going to keep getting fucked with until those items are not being bought on everyone, right? So yeah, and also Kindred. That's why I was looking at Kindred as well. So it makes sense. And then Jax has a rework, which we could talk about if they have it down here. Lilia her passive base target HP scaling over 3 seconds is down. Her Q base damage is down. Again, deserved, but she is getting Joksho nerfed, but there is Demonic Embrace, which is a really good synergy with her right now. So if you get Demonic on Lilia, you're happy, and you're still probably going to be happy. This is a lane Lux buff. The E damage AP scaling, the R AP scaling is going up. Does this really do that much for Lux? No, still garbage. But if you farm like a god, you're going to have some crazy one-shot potential coming on squishy comps. But like realistically, if I'm being real with you, it's still Lux. Like, the way you play Lux is you just sit in lane and scale up and then try to one-shot people. You can do a little bit more of that, but you still can't cross the halfway point of the map. Don't expect this to bring like this champion in a crazy... The way that this champion goes into viability has something to do with like... I don't know. It would have to be like missile speed changes, or... I don't know, dude. There'd have to be more than this. I don't know what it is. But it's the Xerath problem. It's the Vel'Koz problem. It's, you know, Poke Mage problem. You're Poke Mage, and you don't really do much other than deal damage, and you can't take up any space, which I've talked about on the stream before. Mordekaiser. Passive can no longer gain stacks from small monsters through spells. These changes were reverted. Reminder, non-champions are 25% of these values. No, due to a bug, these values are actually 50% effective, so the real change is 7.5 to 5%. So yeah, nerf to jungle Mordekaiser. People will say this is deserved. I'm not really convinced, but hey, whatever. Riot hates like a mobile champs being strong. I've talked about this. Mordekaiser's a mobile champ, but he's pretty strong in low elo right now, so they don't like that. They never like that shit. They hate it. Neela. The scaling of Neela is going down. The R damage is going down. It's deserved. This champion's carrying fights even when behind. I had a game yesterday where this champ was like fixing fights when they did terrible in lane. I think she's pretty strong, and he's been kind of flying under the radar, but not by Riot anyways. Rammus nerf, probably not that deserved. I mean, yeah, he's winning, but like not as hard as some other champs, so I don't know. I don't buy it. But he is getting nerfs. He's got his W, his magic resist, and his cooldown is W. There's a lot of nerfs. I don't know why it's necessary, but they're doing it. Udyr is definitely deserved, though. His mana costs are lower, but he's losing damage. He's losing a lot of damage, actually. And that's on his Q. And then he's losing some he's gaining some damage on his R. So basically, this isn't that hard of a nerf, actually. All this is targeting this friggin' Prowler's Claw build that Udyrs were throwing out, where they would just dash on you and one-shot you. So if you've been deleted by Udyr, you may not be deleted as often if they keep trying to do this. And Zed's getting nerfed. His base damage is down 5. SQ damage is down 10. And his E cooldown is down 1. Dude, this is not a nerf that is significant at all. I just don't buy it. This is such an obvious, like, all right, let's do 3 different things, but like change nothing. This doesn't... Zed is still pretty good after these changes. I don't think this is significant enough to really do much to him. The problem with Zed is his safety, and he's too fucking safe, dude. He's too safe, and this damage, it's negligible, I think, in the grand scheme of things. I don't think it changes that much. You know, you're losing a total of 15 damage base, but like end game. Well, I guess it's Q early. I guess the base hits right away, but still, it's not that significant. I don't think so. I think Zed's still strong after reading this. Like Hecarim got a real nerf. He got a real nerf. Like Zed's getting jack shit for a nerf there, in my opinion. Hard steel item. Component items reordered to have giants built on the left instead of right, likely to match Warmark's order. Jock Show is up 100 and the stacks are down. Pretty big nerf to Jock Show, actually. Lord Dom's health difference damage amp up to 15%, 25%, 2500 difference. So you're getting a little bit of a buff to Lord Dom's. Radiant Virtue shop shortcut added. Nice. RV, remember that. Ravenous Hydra stacks lost on death. That is a that's a pretty big stack loss. And then the cleaver scaling, or the cleave damage scaling, is down to 40. Still building this though. At least I am sometimes. Storm Razor's up. I was actually thinking about building this the other day when I was fucking around with Trinamir. Something I wanted to try. Get a 580 buff. Another argument for it. Jungle. Smite damage to summons pets. Prior to preseason. Tier 1 smite the same. 450. Did 500. On live, Tier 1 smite deals 600 to pets. T smite 500. Could be less than T3 deals 1200 to pets. All smites deal the same damage to pets as they do to non-pets. The percent health modified damage has been removed. Pet item epic monster damage reduction is down. Treat gold is down. There's some changes to monster gold in the preview, but these are not mineable. Okay. The shield value is down on Moss Stomper. I'm actually not sure about the implications of what they're saying here with in regards to the pets. Does anybody know? I actually don't know what the fuck they're talking about here, but yeah, we're getting a little less gold, a little harder to take major objectives now, it looks like. And then Moss Stomper got nerfed again. So I was using red pet right now, so whatever. Runes, unsealed spellbook. Smite damage is upgraded. So now if you take a smite, you actually get the full smite late game, which is dope because you can actually like challenge smites with Summoner Spellbook. That's huge. That's a big buff to Unsealed Spellbook, actually. You could steal some Barons and shit. Oh, that's Tibbers. Got it. Wait, let me read that. Got it. Okay, got it. Pets, as in like enemy-controlled pets. Understood. I was so confused with what they were saying. Got it. That makes sense. So now you can smite you do more damage to shit like Tibbers and Maiden and stuff like that. Got it. Or like Heimerdinger. Turret. I think it counts as a turret. Or I think it counts as a pet. Or whatever. The point is it's more uniform. Fucking game's got so much shit in it. Cool. Yeah, so Summoner Spell or Unsealed Spellbook is now a little bit stronger with Smite. And that is all the changes. What do you guys think? Chat? Sub chat? What do you guys think about this? I personally, aside from like the random like Mordekaiser Rammus nerf, which I don't really believe or that I don't believe they're that strong. I really don't. It's strong versus noobs. But like, you have to understand You have to understand, there's so many champions that are just like auto win with way too much mobility and shit. It's just people are idiots playing them. Like, think about what a fed Mordekaiser can do, and then think about what a fed Yone can do. Like, you're not going to convince me that Mord's that bad for business. Right? Like, I just imagine, like, certain champions with leads, and then I imagine Mordekaiser with a lead. Yeah, like, he kind of, like, walks at you, but, like, that was your fault. He only had to walk at you. I died the other day to Mordekaiser, completely my fault. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, he's big and stupid and taking up space, but it was like, it's my fault. I mean, I didn't have to walk at him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a small nerf to Mordekaiser jungle. It doesn't change Mordekaiser, really. I was just saying that, like, jungle Mordekaiser's not even that good. It's only good in low elo. Right? And that's why I'm hating. Let's bring up the kindred, boys. Guys, remember, if you like the stream, hit the like button, the share buttons, click your buttons. I'm still working on my kindred game. I'm trying to get our local school to join the esports league for our state. They're considering joining next Thursday. I'd like to see it. What's their ranks? Their average ranks. Sometimes feel Riot does stupid things just to see how players react to it. I mean, preseason is the time to do stupid things. Phalaris, jungle coach, said this, and I agree with him. It's like, if the game was designed, if the game is allowed to be imbalanced, I would say preseason would be when it's allowed to be imbalanced. Yeah, Tryndamere jungle's not that bad. You can make it work. Tryndamere jungle's got surprising amounts of, like, cheesy shit he can do too. So, like, one of the common opens you do here in Korea is you take your red and then you hop over to enemy's blue to fight them on Gromp. And Tryndamere's pretty fast at that move, actually. So if you take Tryndamere and you march over to enemies like Gromp, you can kill most jungle. They don't expect it because it's Tryndamere jungle. Like, no one knows what the fuck he's doing. And you can, like, cheese and open that way. Yeah, Casey. This is why I'm learning jungle. Jungle's, like, as a coach right now, jungle is the most valuable role to me. Because until I'm like owning in the jungle, I don't really feel assured on this season, you know? Oh shit! I'm debating on a level 1. Their level 1's pretty good too. Their level 1's pretty good. Going green pet, I feel like this game I'm just gonna be beefing it. The creators thing?